Welcome back to another edition of the Interlake Sports Now. I'm Josh Dugan, and thank you, as always, for taking the time to check out the show. This week's Sports Now, it's going to be a bit of a rapid fire edition, a little bit of a light week in the local sports scene. Well, the spring sports action is gearing up for postseason play soon, so that's going to heat up. And then we have the Glacier Range Riders, the Valley's pro baseball team, about to get underway in the next couple of weeks. So we'll be talking some Glacier Range Riders action soon. That being said, on today's show, we'll roll through our spring sports updates, starting with the Columbia Falls Wildcats big weekend at the Sapa-Johnsrud baseball tournament that took place at Glacier Bank Park in collaboration with the Range Riders. And then we'll keep the Wildcats theme going, some Seed Falls softball action, and then we'll get into crosstown tennis and some track and field action that took place in Whitefish before we move into the college sports news, including a standout performance from a Valley product at the Big Sky Track and Field Championships. And then we'll close things out with some Griz football news. All righty, let's get into that spring sports update. The Columbia Falls baseball team picked up 2 wins at the Sapa-Johnsrud Baseball Invitational that took place at Glacier Bank Park last weekend. Like I said, in collaboration with the Range Riders. Friday night, the Wildcats beat the defending state champion Polson Pirates 9-6. Seed Falls was led by a strong performance by Reggie Sapa. The tournament is named after Sapa's late uncle Jim Sapa and the late Ray Johnsrud. Sapa picked up the win on the mound. Reggie Sapa picked up the win on the mound with 2 no-hit scoreless innings out of the pen while racking up 3 hits at the plate, including a triple to lead off the 6th inning that sparked a 5-run rally to help propel the Wildcats to that win over the defending state champions. Sapa and the Wildcats kept the bats going Saturday with a 15-1 win over Whitefish. Cody Schweikert had a big day, 2 hits and 3 RBIs, and Sapa was at it again with 2 hits and 4 runs batted in, plus 3 runs scored. Overall, big day at the plate for the Wildcats. AC Chilson and Dane, too, each had 2 hits, and Chilson scored 3 runs. Jace Hill, Dominic Young, and Kellen Kroger all had 2 RBI. Just a big day at the dish for the Wildcats. The Bats had it going, and a big weekend overall to gain momentum heading into the state tournament. Just what a cool experience also for these Valley athletes to get a chance to go play at the Range Riders ballpark, play at a professional baseball stadium that is quite a top tier stadium. There's a lot of nice minor league ballparks out there, but as was shown last year, the Range Riders won the vote for the best independent partner league ballpark in the country, and it was well deserved. That is just a heck of a stadium, just an awesome experience. So just a one of a kind memory for those Valley athletes and gets them ready for the state tournament coming up. What better way to go ball out under the lights at Glacier Bank Ballpark at Glacier Bank Park? Now you'll be ready for the state tournament. The lights will not be too bright. That's what I'm trying to say. Speaking of Wildcats, though, their softball team picked up a pair of wins Saturday at the Laverne Combo Tournament. Butte Maddie Moultrie homered twice while knocking in 4 RBI and threw a gem on the mound in the Seed Falls shutout 9-0 win over Lockwood. Moultrie pitched a complete game while racking up 13 strikeouts and allowing 3 hits. The Wildcats picked up another win over Manhattan, with Annika Reed picking up 2 hits and driving in 3 runs to help the Wildcats win 7-2 and finish the tournament undefeated at 4-0. Moultrie tossed 3 more scoreless innings in that win over Manhattan, and Hayden Peters closed it out with 4 strikeouts across the final 3 frames. The Wildcats are the defending Class A champs, and they seem to be grooving at the right time as we near postseason play for softball. So we'll definitely keep you updated on the Wildcats' quest to repeat as state champions. In other softball news, speaking of defending state champions, the defending Class AA champion Glacier Wolfpack softball team kept the bats rolling on offense with a 16-3 win over Hellgate Friday. Ella Farrell and Zoe Allen both homered to power the Glacier offense, and Olivia Warner pitched a complete game. She struck out 5 and got done at the plate with 3 hits, including an RBI double. The Wolfpack are now 16-3 overall in the season and 11-2 in Western AA play as the team chases back-to-back state titles and the Columbia Falls Wildcats are doing the same thing. The Wolfpack are chasing title. It's going to be a fun postseason softball in the Valley, no doubt about that. We'll keep you updated how the Wildcats, the Wolfpack, and all other Valley schools do on that quest for a state championship. Moving along to crosstown tennis that went down last Tuesday at Flathead Valley Community College. The Glacier Wolfpack boys and girls picked up the sweep over the Braves and Bravettes. Haven Spear and Sarah Downs helped the Wolfpack girls pick up a double sweep, while Will Rudbach and Sam Inglenotte nailed down straight set wins for the boys. Katie Bitney and Elise Strobel also landed a doubles win for the Wolfpack girls. Overall, just a strong day for the Wolfpack tennis team at FVCC last Tuesday. Now let's close out our spring sports update with some local track and field news, with the Flathead Braves and Bravettes sweeping the last chance quad that took place in Whitefish last week. Olivia Reinhardt won the hurdles for the Bravettes and finished second in the 200 to the Bulldogs Brooks Zatoni, who won the 200 and won the 100-meter dash while setting the fastest time in Class A on the year during the meet. Big year for Zatoni, who keeps making headlines for her record-breaking performances. Ben Blyven swept the 100, 200 long jump for the Braves, and teammate William Holland Seitner, PR'd in the 200, running a 22.45. Overall, just a big day for the Flathead track and field program in Whitefish, and a huge day for Brooks and Tony of the Bulldogs. Moving along, keeping the track and field team going, but we'll go to the college ranks where some former Valley track and field stars, made some headlines at the Big Sky Track and Field Championships that took place over the weekend. But we'll start out by mentioning the Montana State Bobcats took home the title in the men's bracket for the first time since 2005. That being said, mentioning those Valley products, the Griz got a standout performance from Glacier High product Evan Todd, who set a new Big Sky Conference record in the javelin. The previous mark was set in 2013 by Sac State's Jesse Elfram. The record-breaking performance by Todd earned him outstanding performer accolades at the event. Todd's throw was best for 11th in the entire nation this year. That's quite an impressive feat from the Glacier product. Another Valley product stood out for the Griz with Whitefish high grad Aaron Wild winning the outdoor high jump for the third time. She is currently ranked 21st in the nation in the event. Gotta love that. Some Valley products making noise for the Griz and landing themselves in the national conversation in their respective events. So to recap, Montana State won their first men's track and field title since 2005. Glacier High grad Evan Todd set the new javelin record for the Big Sky, and Whitefish product Aaron Wild won another high jump title. Big kudos to the Bobcats track and field team as well as our Valley products, Todd and Wild, on the accomplishments. All right, let's close this thing out with one piece of Montana Grizzlies football news. The Grizz announced All-American cornerback Trevin Gradney will be wearing the legacy number 37 jersey for Montana next year. The jersey is supposed to represent the spirit of Montana and was handed down to Gradney by Levi Janicaro, who was one of the leaders on last year's team at the linebacker position. He wore it last year. Gradney attended Billings Western as prep days. He's the first player from Billings to wear the number 37 legacy jersey. He's the 18th player to wear the jersey since Craig Paulson started the number 37 tradition in 1986. Gradney will be the first defensive back to wear it in 34 years since safety Todd Erickson wore the jersey after it was handed down to Erickson by Tim Houck. Only fitting that Tim Houck's back on the coaching staff on the defense side of the ball, working with Gradney, and here it all comes full circle. Now Gradney will take on the number after Houck handed it down all those years ago back to a defensive back. So that all being said, major props to Trevin Gradney, just one of those kids who was a lot of fun to watch last year. Flat out ball hawk, had a knack for making big plays when the team needed it the most in key moments. He led the Big Sky with 5 interceptions. He was an All-American player, so he's going to have an opportunity to build on that as a senior, and he's going to be rocking the number 37 legacy number, a little extra fuel to the fire for Gradney, no doubt about that. So expect a big senior season from the Billings West product. All right, on that note, that will do it for this week's Interlake Sports Now. I'm Josh Dugan, and I'm out.